Can you hear me? Let me know when your audio is fully connected. Sorry about that. I could see that you were in the classroom, but I was for some reason having trouble letting you in, so I had restarted it. Oh, can you hear me now? I think it looks like audio is connected now. Oh,
There we go.
perfect. Great. Sorry about that. I was having a little trouble with it. I like saw that you had joined, but for some reason it wasn't letting you in, so I
Okay.
left and came back. Then I would
Okay.
have. Sorry
Okay.
about the delay there. How's
That's okay.
it going?
Going okay. Yeah,
Good.
things
I'm
are
glad to
okay.
hear that. Good. So, so almost here, right? Just a few more
Yes.
days, and it's
Yes.
gonna be the day.
Yep.
So very
Uh-huh.
exciting. How are you feeling about that? It's just around the corner for you.
Feeling okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this will be your first performance back after having had a break from performing and singing for a while. So how
Five
are you feeling?
years. Yes.
Excited?
Um, yeah, a little nervous, I would say,
A bit
but
nervous?
okay. I'm okay.
A little nervous is
I have a better
okay.
perspective on it than I did in the past.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, we know that your rehearsal went really well and you've been
uh-huh.
doing the work and doing the practice. Um,
Uh-huh.
it's definitely come a long way from, the first week that we worked on it. So at this point, what would be the things that are going to help you to feel really comfortable? So if we, are approaching this song with that in mind that you're going to be singing it next week. So what would you say are the things that you're feeling really solid on? What are the things that give you a little bit of, those nervous jitters? What would be the things that you can identify that are like, okay, so these are the things that I feel like make me a little more nervous about it.
Oh, it's just the whole social anxiety thing, being up there in
Oh,
front of the
yeah. So more of just the
everybody.
live performing. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
I
absolutely.
thought I'd look
So,
above everybody's heads. Look
sure, yeah.
at the
So,
ceiling.
what are some good techniques then for dealing with that? So, dealing with that performance anxiety, dealing with the nervous jitters, Um, so what in the past have you done that worked well for you to help you to feel more calm, more relaxed?
In performing, I don't think anything.
Oh
But
man.
I gotta tell you the truth. I have a little bit of lorazepam
Oh,
from when I went through a trauma with my mom this summer. So I thought I'd try
okay.
that.
So you're like, well, there's always that. Yeah. You know what? I
Yeah.
actually know a professional violinist who gets really anxious and I mean they play in orchestras and stuff. Their hands will shake. They have like panic attacks. And so they
Yeah.
have a prescription that basically my doctor described it as like super powered Benadryl is like what she said, like it slows your heart
Yeah.
rate and helps you to stay really calm. And it
Yeah.
and she said,
Probably
my
smart.
doctor actually told me that um, when she was in med school, like doing exams and things, she would get really anxious, like walking to exams. She'd have to like hold the railing and she'd get like dizzy and lightheaded. And so she actually took that, like basically that same kind of thing for dealing with that like panic feeling and just like slowing your heart rate, being really calm. And so it's definitely, I mean, I feel like it's more common than people talk about, but it's kind of terrifying. It's that performance anxiety and I mean,
Yeah.
there have been really
So,
successful performers who later in their careers developed like crippling performance anxiety to where they had to retire early and stuff. So it's definitely something that people deal with a lot. And so I would recommend like getting in a quiet area, like go off by yourself, do like some deep, slow breathing. And instead of instead of letting yourself like spiral into all the things that could be wrong, or like thinking about, oh my gosh, all these people are going to be looking at me. What if I mess up? Instead, in your mind, try to like walk through the performance exactly as you want it to be. Visualize yourself doing everything right. Challenge yourself to, instead of thinking like, oh, this could go wrong, this could go wrong, this could go wrong, instead focus on, okay, what do I know to do? What do I want to do in this performance? What is going to be like the things that I want to be doing in this performance? Yeah, so
Okay.
staying focused on those things,
Mm-hmm. All
what we
right.
want to be doing rather than the things that we don't want to be doing, and trying to mentally walk through it. So in your mind, like see yourself, taking a deep breath, standing tall, walking out, taking your place. You're going to see yourself, standing confidently, breathing deeply, big good performance smile to everyone, nodding to your pianist that you're ready. You're going to watch yourself walk through all the different steps, and
Okay.
that's going to help. But I know it's still,
All
it's going to
right.
be like, all right, it's not quite, everything, but it
Uh-huh.
definitely will help. So um yeah, so
Okay.
visualize yourself, like think
Good
of what's my
suggestion.
first line, and like mentally kind of sing it in your mind and practice, doing the gestures and facial expressions, everything you want to do in that performance. Um, they actually did a really fascinating research study where they had bodybuilders who were like competitive bodybuilders. They had them, they had two groups. So they had one group actually work out in the gym and one group do mental workouts. So they mentally like visualized themselves doing all of the workouts. And they actually found that the people that were not actually literally in the gym working out, who were just visualizing it for weeks on end, actually had like more muscle growth, more fat loss. Like they tested all these things. They were like, how is this possible?
Right.
So like the body thinks that you're doing it when you visualize it, when you mentally walk through it. So it's pretty cool. It was a fascinating study. I was fascinated by it. So that mental practice makes a huge difference. And I've actually had the privilege of working um, with the man who does like sports coaching and counseling for the Pacers and some other basketball teams here in Indy. And he is such a proponent of doing visualization exercises. So I really encourage you to take some time to just like mentally walk through it, which I know is
Okay.
going to feel kind of funky because you're going to be like, this feels weird.
Okay.
But yeah, because if you're like not used to doing it, it feels kind of like odd.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's, that mental practice and that mental exercise can be a really great resource. So
Okay.
I'd love to have you do some of that this week. All right,
Okay.
so then we are going to sing today. We're going to work on the song. What are maybe, are you feeling pretty confident with just generally the singing of it at this point, or is there anything that still is a little bit challenging for you?
Oh, pretty much. I think I'm getting better with the speech like part. That part, that little bit of a run can be a little rough sometimes, but
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
what it
So maybe we can, brush up that a little bit today. We'll see
is.
how
Okay.
it's going. Um, good. So, have you sung today?
I just did a little bit of the warm-up exercise while I was dusting, so I'm not sure that was the best way to do it, but
Oh, right. If you're dusting, you might be like breathing in the dust too. So that might be kind of tricky.
maybe.
Yeah.
But
Um,
anyway,
we'll
because
see.
there's a lot to do before Christmas. This has to
I
get done.
know. I know. That's funny. Yeah. So since you have already been singing, I think let's just have you show me what you're doing with it. Just sing through
Okay.
it and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Get to it here on my phone. Everything inside me cries for order. Everything inside me wants to hide. Is this shadow an angel or a warrior? If God is pleased with me, why am I so terrified? Someone tell me I am only dreaming. Somehow help me see with heaven's eyes. But before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. Holy is he, blessed am I, be born in me, be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle, make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. All this time we've waited for the promise. All this time you've waited for my arms. Did you wrap yourself inside the unexpected? So we might know that love would go that far. Be born in me. Be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle, make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. I am not brave, will never be. The only thing my heart can offer is a vacancy. I'm just a girl, nothing more. But I am willing, I am yours. Oh, 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 be born in me, be born in me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle, make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me.
Jeez. Good. How did that feel?
Pretty good. Pretty
Pretty
good.
good. Excellent. Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So then, um, okay. So, let's try, that one little run.
Okay.
Um, so it's right there at the beginning of the song. So it says, da 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 da, right? So it's a do 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 do. It's just 1, 2, 3. You're stepping between 3 notes going up, and then you just come back down. So it's actually not like super crazy. So can we
Mm-mm.
try? It's like a short little
I think,
one. So
like
I
a
think it
misty
actually
voice
needs a
that's
little
right.
more of um like a relaxing into it at this point,
Okay.
because I feel like you're sometimes like trying to make it good or thinking maybe too much about it. So kind of toss it off a little bit more. Um, so let's go on, let's do ooh, and just on an ooh, and just try to kind of like relax into it and let the air just sort of flow through.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, good. And then let's try it on oh.
Oh.
Good. And e.
E.
Now, A.
A.
And let's try on uh,
Ah.
and ah.
Ah.
Yeah, good. Awesome. How'd that feel?
Okay. Except for the
Good. The I think is a really hard vowel, so I'm with you on that. All right, so then very good. Let's try going back through. I just want you to sing a cappella through that first verse only.
Everything. Maybe start me out on the right notes.
Everything inside me.
Everything inside me cries for order. Everything inside me wants to hide. Is this shadow an angel or a warrior? If God is pleased with me, why am I so terrified? Someone tell me I am only dreaming. Somehow help me see with heaven's eyes. And before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. Holy is he, blessed am I, be born in me, be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. Can we keep going?
Yeah, good. Did that feel a little bit better?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
beautiful. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and try with the track again. And I want you to try to just kind of relax a little bit more. So just try to think of like
Let's relax a little more.
relaxing, just breathing through it, loosening up your muscles. You know, if you feel anything tighten up, just kind of move it, wiggle it out. Yeah.
Okay. Everything inside me cries for order. Everything inside me wants to hide. Is this shadow an angel or a warrior? God is pleased with me. Why am I so terrified? Someone tell me I am only dreaming. Somehow help me see with heaven's eyes. And rings. My heart is on its knees. Holy is he. Blessed am I. Be born in me. Be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. All this time we've waited for the promise. All this time you've waited for my arms. Did you wrap yourself inside the unexpected? So we might know that love would go that far. Be born in me. Be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. I am not brave. I'll never be. The only thing my heart can offer is the vacancy. I'm just a girl, nothing more. But I am willing, I am yours. Oh, 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 be born in me. Be born in me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me.
Nice. That was better.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So relaxing
How
into
did it
the
feel for
cups,
you?
huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has more of like an easing through to it. Um, and I think you're still keeping that conversational tone at moments, but you also are able to get, more of that flow through at other times, which was really nice.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah, good. So then, um, any other spots that you felt like need a little more like brushing up, melody wise, vocal technique wise, or are we feeling pretty good with the vocals at this point? And it's more of just like the
Pretty good.
performance.
Is it sounding more speech-like where it should?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm just not sure about that part.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was really nice. I thought the flow
Okay.
and the phrasing worked really beautifully.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
good. Okay, so then thinking more along the lines of like the performance aspect of this, Um, what is the song about? What does the song mean to you?
I was just writing out what I want to say before I sing.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so what are you gonna say beforehand?
Okay, so this song is supposed to be Mary singing right after the angel tells her that she's gonna be get pregnant with Jesus.
Yeah.
But I chose it because my heart echoes many of the words. Although I haven't been visited by an angel telling me I was going to be impregnating, I can relate to being in a state where everything inside me cries for order, everything inside me wants to hide, and being terrified by something God is asking me to do. Um, Many times I need to ask God to help me see with heaven's eyes. And with Mary, I can pray for Jesus to be born in me and make my heart your Bethlehem. Although I didn't hold Jesus as a baby, I believe he'll hold me in the end and want him to make my heart his Bethlehem every moment of this life. As I hear the Christmas story, I can ask if he wrapped himself inside the unexpected so we might know that love would go that far. I can relate to Mary saying she isn't brave and would never be, and the only thing she could offer is a vacancy in her heart. I can pray with her that I'm just a girl or woman, nothing more, but that I'm willing to do what he's called me to do because I am his. Maybe your heart can pray with mine and ask him to be born in you and make your heart his Bethlehem. A little lengthy.
If I changed it, I mean, I think that I might I really like the parts that are more personal, and I feel like if I changed anything, I probably would just um because they're gonna hear the lyrics later, I would maybe
Okay.
like
I'm going to,
articulate, those lyrics again. I might take out some of that. Like, what do you feel like are the lyrics that are the most profound to you, that resonate with you the most?
oh, well, the be born in me, make my heart his Bethlehem.
Okay, all right. So then I would maybe focus on those two
Okay.
and saying those. And I feel like the personal aspects I think are great. And if you wanted to say like maybe how this song has been a blessing to you, or how it's helped you to really connect to something God's been teaching you, that kind of thing. So I might say like a couple lines that are the most profoundly impactful to me, and then I think the personalization is great, and they're going to hear the lines of the song when you're singing it again. Um so I feel like you can have, flexibility with that, especially the chorus, they're going to hear multiple times, right? So I feel like
Okay.
I would probably focus more on why this song is particularly impactful to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like that helps people to take it out of, oh, it's just a pretty song, and make it something that's more of a there's something about these words that reach the heart, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we talk about being afraid and
Yeah, right.
um,
And even, even with performing too, like that, you can kind of tie that back in, that that's a little bit scary to do that, but you
yeah.
are, using yourself and your voice as an offering to God,
Hmm.
and, hoping that He will, you know, bless you through this process and help you to grow, but also that, what you're giving in this moment is going to be a gift that He can use as well. So I think there's a lot that you can use there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, but I think that's going to be beautiful. And if you said exactly what you said, I still think it would be great. I just, um, I just know that they're going to be hearing the lyrics in a moment. So I might,
I'm
focus
not
it
going to
a
go
little
over every
bit
single
more
one.
in
Every
on,
single one. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Some of the best advice I got was on like speaking in public was from a pastor who said, he said, I learned to get up and say what God gave me to say and then sit down.
yeah, right. Don't
So,
get lost.
because he
Yeah.
was like, I could
Don't go
ramble
on and
on
on.
forever.
Right. Exactly. People get,
So,
I know people get lost in things that go on and on.
yeah.
So,
So if you
yeah.
kind of boil it down to like these are a few really key elements. Um, but I really liked everything you said that was a personal tie-in. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, nice. Good. So then for singing this song, if you are really thinking about what it is that you're saying, they are going to see that emotional connection on your face. Um, but also thinking about things like the posture and the gesturing and whatnot. So, something that helps me is to think of a specific person that I could be saying this to, right? So, if you maybe visualize, like envision Jesus or God, in front of you. Like you place them on the wall where the light switch is, like in your mind, and you talk to them. That can be really helpful to stay emotionally connected, but also that it doesn't feel like artificial or like, oh, I'm performing. That you're
Mhm.
you're actually singing it or saying it to that person. Um,
Mhm.
so I've used people like, singing something to my grandma or to, I'll see my dog in the back or, like, I could sing to my
Mhm.
husband, things like that. So I like to choose someone to be saying it to because it
Okay.
feels a lot more connected then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So would you try to maybe visualize Jesus then for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yes, probably.
Okay. So then so I want you to try it thinking of Jesus there. And what do you think if you were saying this to Jesus, what would you be like pleading with him, thanking him? Like what would you be doing towards Jesus in this moment? Would you be um
I see this moment as right after the angel visits Mary,
mhm.
and she's at first very frightened
Yeah.
of this news she's gotten and struggling with it. And maybe it's even during the conversation because she gets to the point where she says, but before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and so it's kind of that evolution of from her anxiety and
Right.
her acceptance and her worship.
Yeah,
Then,
I like that you're growing through the song.
yeah,
So thinking more about like the beginning, middle, end, how you're evolving and growing as you go through.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I really like that. So at the very first moment, how are you feeling in that moment?
Well, she's terrified. She's
Terrified. Yeah. I mean, that's an intense feeling.
right.
Terrified. And then as you keep going though, um, how does she feel? So at the beginning of the first verse, and then how does she feel at that first chorus?
I think let's see, through that first verse, she's gotten to the point where she says, before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. And then she's worshipful.
Mhm.
Holy is he, blessed am I.
Yeah.
And then accepting and opening, be born
Hmm.
in me.
I love that. So then
Yeah.
what about the second verse?
Um, and then she's a little bit almost like in her head, I think, like, all this time we waited for the promise. And all this time you waited for my arms? Like, what?
Okay, yeah.
and then um, wondering, did you wrap yourself inside the unexpected so we might know the love would go that far? That
I
kind of,
like that. Yeah, asking.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
so then that next chorus then, what would you be feeling or doing in that moment?
I think she's back to worshiping and accepting and opening herself up.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, maybe she's already gotten pregnant because the shadow comes over her in the first verse. Maybe that's
that's
what she's
fair. Yeah,
feeling.
like the angel comes and he's like,
So,
and now you're
yeah,
pregnant.
I don't know, but
Sure, that she could
yeah,
be like
just
marveling at that.
submitting and worshiping. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, submitting and worshiping. Love it. And so then what about when we get to the bridge then? And how
Uh-huh.
does that chorus change from the first time to the second time, do you think?
Oh, to the bridge? Oh, the chorus.
Yeah, like that chorus that connects from the
Uh,
second verse to the
okay.
bridge. How is that chorus going to be different than that first?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. Um, okay. She's more in her head, I guess. So maybe it's more of a um, expression of faith kind of a thing.
Okay, more like determined, like choosing it, being like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to take this action, this step
Uh-huh.
of faith.
Hmm.
Okay. So then when you get
Hmm.
to that bridge,
And I think she's back to what in the world?
ah!
I'm just a girl. All I have, all I have to offer is this vacancy.
Mhm.
Um,
So a little more just like, what is going on?
right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But then at the end it changes, right? Because you say, but I'm willing and I am yours.
Yes. Uh-huh. Back to submission. And
Hmm. So I feel like that's a
to
very
do
like
what you're asking
trusting,
me to
like,
do.
okay, I'm really
Yeah.
scared, but I'm trusting you.
Right.
You
Right.
know, my
Yeah.
life is in your
Like,
hands kind of
who am
moment.
I to do this? But okay.
If you picked me, you chose me for this. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
trust that you're gonna make it happen.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna take care of me and you're gonna,
Yeah.
guide me through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So then, um, so then we have, that final chorus. So what about that one? How is that one going to be different?
Different from the first two.
Yeah.
So
It's also the end of the song. So, how do we want to end it?
now maybe, I mean, maybe it's just like a repeated expression of faith and of, determination and
Yeah. So, maybe I was thinking with there, so you said like determination, expression of faith. Um, I was thinking there, maybe that she's like, all right, I'm all in, so that it kind of like has like a peak where she's like,
yeah,
okay, I'm committed, I'm doing it. I
yeah.
trust you, like glorifying and just like
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly in there. And then what I like to do is think through and go, how do musical dynamics tie into like emotionally that journey and tie into the story that's unfolding?
Mm-hmm.
So when you think through dynamic wise, thinking about dramatically what's happening, dynamics, where would those be through here?
Oh gosh, I don't, you have to guide me on that.
Yeah, so at the beginning, do you feel like we have more of a soft emotion, more of like a really big, bold emotion?
Well, what's
Um,
scared? Where does that fall?
yeah, so and I also like to think about how a song grows throughout the
Uh-huh.
song. And there should be like a peak at some point. Like, so where do you think is the biggest moment, like the most intense peak of the song?
Well, maybe it's that final chorus then, where she's.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. That's probably like
Yeah.
the biggest peak moment. So building up to that, right? So at this beginning part here, I would probably start it a little bit softer so that it has a lot of room to grow.
Okay.
Yeah. So then that first, so maybe we start soft and then maybe that first chorus could be like mezzo piano, like a medium soft. Yeah. And then we go back to that second verse. So what do you think about that second verse? Do you think
That's
it
sort of in the
would
middle.
grow a little bit more, like maybe like mezzo forte, like a medium loud?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for
Just more
that,
head then.
yeah. So then for this, when we get to the chorus after that, do we keep growing and getting bigger? Does it stay more like medium loud? Are we going to go to more of like a forte, like a full loud at that point?
Yeah, maybe with, I
Yeah.
mean,
So
with a
forte.
little bit of up and down through it, but
Great. Yeah, like
okay.
nuance. Yeah, but just generally overall. So then the
Uh-huh.
bridge, do we feel like that bridge would be like mezzo forte again? Would it be like stay forte? Would it go to like fortissimo?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm just a
Well,
girl
I
anymore.
mean, she's kind of like insecure at the start of it. So what if we backed off to more of like a medium loud and then
Uh-huh.
maybe in the O's you could crescendo, you could build back up to like a full forte.
Okay.
And then maybe in that final chorus, we could do like a fortissimo that it's, the big
Okay.
peak. So it's like extra loud and big and bold and intense and,
Mhm.
swirling and spinning and filling the air. Do
I'm just
you
looking
like
at.
that? Does that sound like a
Oh,
good
yeah,
like structure throughout?
right. So basically, we're building in loudness and intensity through the
Yeah.
song with some changes in the different sections as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Okay.
so having a shape to the song. I never really like the song to get stagnant or
Mhm.
stay like still or stuck. I want it to be always feeling like it's going somewhere
Mhm.
is my goal.
Okay.
So yeah, that the story never, gets stuck or stands still. It's always a journey that
Mhm.
your listeners are taking that journey in it. Even though you have prepared the song, we want it to feel to them like all of this is just unfolding in this moment. That it's
Okay.
all a new discovery that your character is learning all of this, processing all of it right now in the moment.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So can we
Great.
try singing it one more time?
Yes.
Great.
Should do it. Okay. Everything inside me cries for order. Everything inside me wants to hide. Is this shadow an angel or a warrior? God is pleased with me. Why am I so terrified? Someone tell me I am only dreaming. Somehow help me see with heaven's eyes. Before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. Holy is he, blessed am I, be born in me, be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment
All this time we've waited for the promise. All this time you've waited for my arms. Did you wrap yourself inside the unexpected? So we might know that love would go that far. Be born in me. Be born in me. Trembling heart, somehow I believe that you chose me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me. I am not brave. I'll never be. The only thing my heart can offer is the vacancy. I'm just a girl, nothing more. But I am willing, I am yours. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, be born in me. Be born in me. I'll hold you in the beginning. You will hold me in the end. Every moment in the middle. Make my heart your Bethlehem. Be born in me.
Yeah, very nice. Yep.
Okay,
So
cool.
I think if you do it just like that, you're good to go. Um,
Awesome.
and when I go out on stage, I have like a little thing I say to myself. I say, okay, stand tall, breathe, have fun. Because
Okay.
I need those reminders. So whatever helps you to get in the right headspace to, mentally be in a good space to like, get yourself focused, get yourself calm, get yourself, in that, spirit that you need to be in and, knowing, okay, what are my words here and what do I need to be doing? I think that whatever helps you to stay in that zone is what
Uh-huh.
you use.
All right. Great.
Yeah. Well, let me know how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'd
I'm
love
so
to get together. Yeah,
excited.
I'd love to get together with you after the holidays if I could
Sure.
to
Yeah,
talk about where to
absolutely.
go from here, kind of. I've
Right.
some
Yeah,
things I'd like to learn. And
absolutely. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Um,
Okay.
great. So then, did you want to meet next Saturday? Do you want to wait till January 4th?
Yeah, probably January 4th.
Okay, yeah, great. So I will go ahead and look at
If that
that.
works for you.
Yeah, for sure. So on the 4th, do you want to do noon maybe?
It works for me.
Okay, great. Awesome. I'll plan to see you then.
Okay, thanks, Mandy.
Beautiful work
Merry
today,
Christmas.
Linda. Merry
Okay.
Christmas to you too. And
Alrighty.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, I'll see you in a
Okay.
couple weeks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, have a great time. Enjoy it. You've done the work. So
Thank
trust
you.
that it's there.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I'll see you soon. Bye,
Okay.
Linda.